just a couple things back.
All right, welcome back. We're live, episode 3 of the Ball Takes podcast. We got Drew Dar in the building and a special guest today, returning for episode 3 is Mr. Ben Duncan. Fellas, how we doing tonight?
Hang in there.
Doing good. Enjoying the last week of summer.
Yeah, Dar, you said so. You've been back at school, for a couple days?
Since last Wednesday.
Dar, can we give the fans an update of what you're going to be coaching this year? Darsky.
It went out. What'd you say?
Give the fans an update of what you're going to be coaching this year.
Cross country and men's basketball. The men's basketball was fine. The cross country was either soccer or cross country, and I'm like, do not know enough about soccer to get out there comfortably and coach that.
Hey, it's a stipend. It's a stipend, man. It's a stipend.
We'd be playing a boxing 2 on a soccer field in an accident.
Dude, I feel like if I had to go run across country right now, I would literally not make it a day. I don't think I could run a mile. That's bad right now.
Part of me says I'm gonna get in there and run a couple laps with it. We got the sideline, just clapping my hands.
Dude, this is a little off topic, but who cares? Do y'all feel like your first 10? What have we been teaching for 10 years?
This is year. So I was at Thales for 5. This will be year 6 at Willow, and then I TA'd for a year. So as a teacher, this is year 11 for me. That's crazy.
Year 11, year 9 at my current school.
Dude, I feel like it's gone by so fast. It's flown by.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
So high school for 15 years.
Yeah. Just a couple things, guys. So today we got 3, I think, fun topics you guys are really going to enjoy. Our first topic, we're going to start with a bang. Before we do, though, thank you guys for listening the first couple weeks, for all your feedback. Look, I hate to be a beggar and a pleader, but it is a lot more fun when we get comments and feedbacks on the Reels and Instagram posts and the TikToks that Dar is doing a great job creating for us. It's a lot of fun when you guys give us feedback, so keep the feedback coming. Any topics you want us to talk about, any comments on our opinions, keep it real interactive. We love hearing y'all's opinions, so keep that up. Dar, real quick, that Reed Hill story, my Uncle Reed, about Miss Biddle, how funny was that?
Funny enough to get $30K.
God,
we're losing Dar. We're losing Dar.
We're losing Dar left and right.
We're losing recipes.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, bro.
This podcast is gonna be hilarious. I'm not even editing this out. I don't have time for
it. You can't edit anything, dude.
No,
soon we'll have the nice microphones.
Yeah.
Well, it's because technology is working. It's not the mic, the technology. But 30K views, 2K likes, 30 plus comments on that one.
Dude, that was one of the funniest stories I've heard. All right, so look, first topic tonight, man. We're starting with a bang, especially for all our NC State fans. All right, we're going to do a snake draft, and we're all going to come up with our Mount Rushmore.
As soon as you clicked it, I was changing the USB strictly into the computer. I was editing something. I was fixing something on my end.
All right, we can edit that out.
Dude, we just got to keep it in.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Dar, it's real echoey.
Yeah, give me a second.
God, how was your day?
It was good.
I was trying to fix.
I went and fixed my Xbox because it was not working. But I got.
Have you got the new college football game?
Yes, that's what I've been playing.
Are you doing a road to what's it called? Where you My Glory, or what's it called?
Road to Glory? Nah, I actually don't like that. I do a Dynasty.
Are you state?
No, because the rosters aren't updated, so I'm waiting.
Oh, who are you?
Oklahoma State. I believe.
Weren't you just wait? Didn't you get tickets coming up to Oklahoma State game?
Yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma State or hosting UCF October 10th. So
That'll be a
fun.
sick.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a fun topic one day too, like to talk about our favorite like games that we've been to, like events. I think that'd be fun.
That
All
would
right,
be
Dar,
pretty
you back?
cool.
Yeah, every time I went to go, I plugged it straight into the computer, and every time I would go to do it, you would ask me a question.
Welcome
Bad
back.
timing on my end.
Welcome back. All right, so here's what we're doing first. This is gonna be a lot of fun. We got me, Dar, God. We're gonna do a snake draft and list our Mount Rushmore of all-time NC State athletes. Could be any sport, could be men, women sport, but we're gonna do our Mount Rushmore. Now the key thing is once somebody is taking somebody, the other two guys cannot take that person. God, I think, and Dar, I think we're all in agreements, whatever that word is. Good Lord, we're not English teachers, we're PE teachers. If we all just did our own list, like we'd probably all have like the same 4 people. So that's how we're going to kind of mix it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Dar, should we let Gob? Gob, you want first pick?
It doesn't matter to me.
Does
Yeah,
anybody want?
we'll let the guest get the goat
All right. Okay.
or goat
All right,
one.
Gob,
So I'm on the clock.
you were on the clock.
All right. I was when I think of NC State athletes, I was not born when this guy was playing. Most of my guys are going to be guys that I watched, except this guy. He's from my mom's hometown in Shelby, North Carolina. So little bit to the heart, but I'm going with the GOAT, David Thompson. I mean, I think he is the best athlete to ever put on a state uniform in any sport. National player or ACC player of the year, consensus All-American, 3 times, national champion. I mean, probably the greatest ACC player to ever live. So David Thompson first overall.
God, I'm impressed with some of the research there because I did a little research on this too, and those were my notes: 3 times All-American, 3-time ACC Player of the Year. Do you guys? I looked up
that was off the top of my dome. Honestly, I didn't even look that up.
Okay, I'm impressed. Dar, any idea how many points DT averaged for his career? I was blown away. This is no 3-point line too.
It's
How many
over
points
30.
did he?
It's over 30.
No, it's high 20s, I think.
I think it's right at it was his last. I think it's high 20s for his career. His last season, he averaged like 29.9, and that's with no 3-pointers.
He also only played 3 years.
Dar, if you had the first pick, is that who you would have taken?
I think first and second pick is either 1A or 1B.
All right, so Gob, you took DT with your first pick. That's a great pick. All right, Dar, you want number 2?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take the only player I've ever witnessed in my life get their jersey retired on senior day. None other than future coach of NC State football, Philip Rivers.
Oh, that hurts me.
I think he's easy to pick.
I will say his brother used to terrorize us on the baseball field growing up and the basketball court.
Hopefully his son terrorizes opponents.
Dar, I got to be honest, like that pick, I mean, that would have been my number 1 overall pick.
That was probably my number 1 overall pick.
Just because I think Gob's probably right. DT probably is the best overall athlete in state history. But personally, for me, Philip Rivers is my all-time favorite athlete. Yeah. Just college-wise, but in NFL, there was nothing better than on a Sunday. Like, you knew the Chargers were going to be down 6 in like 3 minutes left. Rivers is going to have the ball. And it was going to be a touchdown or a pick, but that ball was going to be caught by somebody. But he's electric, man, all time. I could go on a Philip Rivers rant for like 30 minutes. I won't do it.
Or he's going to throw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and go 8-8.
Yes, because somebody will get hurt. That's a great number 2 pick. I'm excited Gunner's coming to state, by the way. That's going to be sick.
That could be a topic right there.
All right, right now, do you really think Rivers is the head coach at state one day? Bald take time. What do you think?
No.
I think he's the next coach at state.
I don't think he will be.
I do too, Dar. I believe it, man. God, could you imagine Philip Rivers leading the pack out of the tunnel with Gunner?
I mean, no, that would be incredible, but he's only coached in high school.
Yeah, but in the day of NIL, you can get her. It's not like Sidney Lowe where you actually had to get out there and recruit. With NIL, you get some guys on your staff that know what they're doing. They handle that for you. You go out there and X's and O's. There's no brighter mind in the game. And motivator.
Could you imagine Rivers and I'm not rushing Doran away
I
because
mean, no, it would be crazy.
I'm back on the Dave Doran bandwagon, but
Well,
I can't
I'll give it 3 weeks.
I can't imagine Rivers leading the pack out. I'd go crazy. All right, my number.
Expect to see that clip in the group chat in a couple of weeks whenever somebody starts complaining.
All right, boys, this is tough. This is where honestly, I don't know about y'all. I feel like those are a clear 1 and 2 for us, and now it's you go a lot of different ways. My number, with the 3rd overall pick of the NC State Mount Rushmore draft, I'm gonna go. This is a crazy pick. I'm gonna get flack for this, but I don't care. I'm going Russell Wilson.
Honestly, he was in my top 5, so I don't think that's
Mr. Unlimited.
I'm going
dangerous.
Mr. Unlimited.
So I looked up. He was ACC Rookie of the Year, first team All ACC. At one point, he had the career record for most passes without a pick. That's Dave. That's Dave Doran football before Dave Doran. But also he's Super Bowl winner. I know he finished at Wisconsin, so some people may hate that. But growing up during that time period in 2008, we were 14, 15. That was right when I feel I can vividly remember states. That age you're really, really getting into it. Watching him run around and make heroic, crazy plays was electric on every Saturday. And then he also had a heck of a career in the NFL. So I'm going to go Russell Wilson with the last pick of round 1. Any thoughts on that, guys?
Also undefeated against Carolina and had the 2-yard Hail Mary to Owen Spencer.
What number did Owen Spencer wear, Dar? I know.
13.
Great call.
And I'll never forget Jarvis. I'll never forget Jarvis Williams got ejected that game and came out on the field with a broom after State won.
What was O'Brien's streak versus Carolina? How many did he win in a row?
He got 5 in a row before Gio.
Was it 5 and Dorn's right there too?
Wait,
5 in a row. State won 13-0 to get the 5 in a row in Cardiff, and then they lost the Gio game next year.
Was that the punt return?
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to my guys at ECU, Evan Cole, one of the biggest Carolina fans I know. We were watching that game together, and I just went up to my room and just did not come out of the room the rest of the day when Gio returned that. All right, I get 2 picks in a row, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, NC State basketball is my favorite state sport. So I want to go with a basketball player, but I'm going to save that for a little bit. I'm going to go Peyton Wilson.
Oh, wow.
He was on my list.
Wow.
With my second pick.
He was on my list. Pretty high up.
I would love to see Pod. Sauer was in here just for this one because there's no one that acts like Peyton Wilson was overrated than him.
I mean, beyond his stats, I just don't know if there's a guy I feel like he represents NC State, what they try to be about, working hard, being physical, being tough, overcoming stuff, hand in the dirt, being a state guy. How many injuries did he overcome in his career at State?
If it wasn't for injuries, he would have been the, no doubt, greatest of all time to ever put on a football jersey at NC State on defense.
And in his last year, I looked it up, he won the Buckus Award for the best linebacker, and I can't say this word, the Bednarik Award, for the best defensive player in college football. So, and he's obviously doing his thing with the Steelers right now. So for what he did on the field, but also just represent, and he was committed to Carolina and then came to State. So that to me says a lot right there. So I'm going Peyton Wilson, my second pick.
Don't hate it.
We're throwing it back to the same era that David Thompson was in. We're taking Ted Brown.
Ooh. See, he was on my list, but
he was on my list too because honestly, I called my dad before this to get some the old school names. I know the names, but don't know enough about him and never saw him play.
Yeah.
But
knowledge, he's one of the greatest running backs in ACC history.
Second all time in rushing yards in ACC history until freaking ETN broke it.
He's second all time in ACC history?
In ACC. So he held it that long. ETN broke his record.
And his numbers retired at State too, correct?
Yeah.
I like that. Dar, you got a great backfield. You got Rivers handing it off to Ted Brown. Good luck to opposing defenses. Good pick.
Oof. So I got 2?
Yeah, you get 2 here.
Ooh, honestly, I didn't think this guy was gonna fall. Obviously, I love NC State basketball. NC State season ticket holder. I was a season ticket holder when this guy played. And I still will ever just the one memory I have of him is getting punched in the nuts by Chris Paul. That's like the one memory I have. Well, I mean, I have a lot more, but like just the one that just sticks out to me.
I'm more thinking of him
So,
running over the UConn player than fist bumping down the court.
so I think he's the most impactful basketball player in our lifetime. Some would argue TJ Warren's probably the best. TJ Warren, if he would have stayed at 4 years, would have been the best. But nothing like Julius Hodge. Like he's an NC State guy, and he kind of brought NC State basketball back because before that they were not good times. So Julius Hodge is going to be my second pick.
God, that was the first, like if I would have gone basketball, he was the top guy on my list, basketball wise. Especially like you said, for like our generation of people, like growing up, like he made it like kind of cool to be a State fan. You know, he had some like juice, some swag,
He
like
had some
talk a little
swag.
Yeah, like he made it fun to, great word. He made it fun to be a State fan, dude. He was nasty.
Oof.
I have his jersey hanging up behind me. If y'all can see it.
You know what's crazy? This is a random question for y'all. Like, even Hodge, like I wouldn't say Hodge was a great shooter, right?
No.
Like,
no.
Do you think if he played like in today's generation where it was like so valuable, like, do you feel like those guys' games would like change, or do you feel like they would still be who they? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, his game was not.
They would adapt. They would adapt.
I feel like
he
played a very similar game, modern day. I'm not saying they're similar players, so I don't need this one clipped and put at it. I would say he played a very similar game to like a Quitter Copeland. Get downhill, get his teammates involved, gets to the rim, stuff like that.
Copeland and Sebron, kind of honestly. Sebron would be another one.
Are very modern day esque in this generation of the type of game that Julius Hodge played.
But Hodge just did it better. Hodge just did it better.
Just a little.
ACC Player of the Year. ACC Player of the Year.
I like the player comp, but I do think certain athletes don't belong in the same sentence with
That's
other
why
athletes.
I put it. I put it.
No. Dar's right. It's the style. They're like the big.
I put a disclaimer at the front.
That's fair. Fair. Okay.
I will not get clipped.
All right. So I get another one, and all right, these two guys, they played the same position in football. They rep the same number. And I'm going back and forth on them. So I got David Thompson and Hodge. So I got two basketball. So I'm definitely going football. My next pick, honestly, give me the first ACC player ever to be selected number 1 overall. He single season tackles for loss record at NC State with 27.5 tackles for loss in one season. He is the single season sack record with 14.5. He's second all time in sacks. And he's the career tackles for loss record with 55.5. And that's Mario Williams with my next pick. It was either him or Bradley. It was him or Bradley Chubb.
You wanna know what's crazy? He wasn't even the best athlete on that defensive line that year.
Manny Lawson,
by far.
Yeah.
He was on my list. He went number 1 overall, correct?
He was the first ACC player ever to be selected 1 overall. First.
And who was in that? Was that Reggie Bush's draft?
I
think it was.
I want to say it was Reggie Bush and Vince Young.
And he went over those guys. And where's Mario from? Like little town East Richlands, North Carolina.
Richmond, North Carolina.
Number 1 overall pick. That's a great pick. He was on my list too, for sure.
And like I remember Chubb a lot more because he, played, not too long ago. But I think people forget about Mario.
I agree, dude. 100%. That's a great pick.
Let's see.
I'm going off the beaten path here. I don't think any of y'all already see this coming, but I'm going none other than Trey Burner Turner.
I was hoping he fell to me.
Not a chance.
Dart, is that your favorite state baseball player of all time?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's played for like the three teams that I hate the most in MLB. Well,
What's it?
three of the four. He's
And
literally
what's
played for
it?
the Nationals, the Dodgers, and the Phillies. That's my hell.
And wasn't Trey Turner like not a big recruit? Like, didn't Chris Hart just like randomly
He
find
had
him?
2 offers out of high school. It was like Florida Atlantic or a school like that, and State. He got drafted 20th round, but came to State and then went first round. He was
All
the
right,
Brooks.
cool.
He won the Brooks Wallace Award. I still see that ball in Omaha that died at the wall in my dreams randomly.
Do you think he's the most important player in state baseball history?
I think him and Rodon are up there. I just vote Turner because he played every day. Rodon
Fair.
pitched once a week. So I always hold position players on a higher standard. I think Rodon and Woodson are probably the second and third best players all time at NC State as pitchers, but I think Turner's by far the best player, and he only
I think.
played 3 years. That's the crazy part.
Dart, what game are we at in Greensboro when he stole home versus Carolina and he was like safe by a mile, but they caught him out?
Yeah, that replay also holds in my head. This is not GOAT topic, and this is just off. Trey Turner, you said who my favorite player? My favorite player of all time, I think, is Devontae Brown.
Stud.
He could
Stud.
rake. He could rake.
I just think he was just the heart and soul of the team and just did so many good things. I love Trey Turner, probably number 2, but I think Devontae Brown will always hold the number 1 spot for me.
Dude, some of my old favorite state baseball players, I don't know if y'all even like remember these guys. Like, I love like Dallas Polk, like Harold Riggins.
Harold Reagan.
Who was it? Who was the center fielder? Marcus Jones? Was that his name?
Yeah.
He wore 25. Like, dude, that's
the Diaz brothers.
Whoa. Yeah. Diaz hit a bomb off of me at Apex.
That's just like that's like when you could go to the Doak on Friday night and it was just like I feel like college baseball was not that popular during that time period. So I don't know, it just felt more like I mean it's still really cool. I think college baseball is just blown up a lot.
I went to I think it was 2008 or was it 2008 or before that. State played a regional at home versus South Carolina. The Polk brothers were on the team. And then State ended up the South Carolina team had Whit Merrifield, Justin Smoke on it, and it was the live bat era. And State ended up winning that. It went 3-0 in that regional. Looking back at it, it was wild how many MLB players on that South Carolina team. It also reminds me of the Vanderbilt team that we were at that game State when Terrence Dene came off the bench and turned into just a legend with the multiple big pinch hits. But that team had Mike Yastrzemski, had Tony Kemp, who played in the majors, and a couple other pitchers that ended up being very, very, very good players in the major leagues.
All right, so I get my last 2 picks, right? Yep. So this is where, God, I'm going kind of what you did. Like, I feel like there's some old school guys that are like probably deserve to be on this list, but I just can't speak enough about them or didn't see them play. So I'm going to keep it somewhat recent. My first guy's going to be Torrey Holt.
God, I should have picked him.
ACC Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-ACC, 7-time Pro Bowl receiver, Super Bowl champ with the Rams, the greatest show on turf. Hey, do you guys? Who would y'all? I'll be impressed. You know who was the quarterback of the Rams during that time?
Was it Mark Bulger?
Yeah, Mark Bulger. Who was the other receiver with Torrey Holt?
Isaac Bruce.
Okay, and then
and Torrey Holt's not in the Hall of Fame.
He's got to get in.
He will.
Off topic, is Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame or no?
No, don't think so. I think
he died and then they put him in.
Dude, he better be in too. All right, and then my last pick, I have some great honorable mentions I'm not going to mention yet, but I got to go with I got to go with a basketball player, I think. And this is a little bit of like old school too, not like crazy old school. I'm going to go Rodney Monroe.
Okay.
He was
probably one of the probably second greatest scorer in state basketball history.
Well, so
second or third.
Technically stat wise, he's the all-time leading scorer. Now that's
Even
again, he played.
over David Thompson? Yeah.
But
He played
DT
4
only
years.
played 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, all-time leading scorer, and he's like one of the 50 best all-time ACC players. Fire and ice with Chris Corciani. Never saw him play. This is the pick that my dad helped influence me with. So my last pick, Mount Rushmore State Athletics. I'm gonna go Rodney Monroe.
Not bad. Not bad.
Darsky.
See, you took what I kind of had lined up. So I got to think about this for a second. I have 2 football and 1 baseball. Do I take basketball for the sake of taking basketball, or do I take kind of the obvious pick here? I'll go Bradley Chubb.
Okay.
I don't want to give God the double nines.
I would
Wasn't
have taken him. I would have taken him.
wasn't Bradley Chubb the towel stealer?
Yes. Snatching them towels.
Dude, that was great, man. He was really that D line was who else on that D line? Justin Jones,
No.
Contavious
Yeah.
Street.
Yep.
There was 4 of them that they all 4 played.
BJ Hill. BJ Hill.
BJ Hill, thank you.
BJ Hill's still playing.
Dude, if you really think about like the
Yeah,
amount of
Jermaine
like
Pratt back in practice today.
I saw that. If you think about the NFL guys, dude, Doran has put some guys in the NFL that were like not heralded players, I feel like, out of high school.
Yeah, I agree.
He's developed pretty good.
Ooh. So is it me with the last pick? I think. It's my pick, right?
Yeah, last
All
pick.
Whew. All right. I think I'm gonna end up with 3 basketball. But this is the greatest individual season I've seen in NC State history for my lifetime. ACC Player of the Year, Tony Buckets, TJ Warren.
Unbelievable pick.
Mm.
Wait, so hey, do you think those guys like if they were in this generation, like NIL and stuff, do you think you would see more of those guys like come back to college for even like for their last couple of years because they might could make more money in college than the pro? Like,
I think TJ Warren would have gone to Kentucky or something.
You think he would have transferred and got the bag?
He would have hit the portal.
Dude, yeah. TJ definitely belongs. I'm with God. I think too. Like that's the most best, most talented basketball player I feel like I've seen at State.
Yes,
in our lifetime.
Even I hate to say it, even more than Hodge.
I feel like he wouldn't even know how to guard TJ Warren because, how do you he would just shoot a floater from like the elbow? Like, how do you stop that?
If you put a small guy on him, he's just gonna power over him. If you put a big guy on him, he's gonna blow right by you.
How many points did he have in the bubble that year? Didn't he have a 50-burger in the bubble?
Oh, dude, that was Bubble Warren was something different.
All right, so Dar, should we recap the list?
Yeah.
All right. Do we just want to go through and say our list real quick and see what we think? Dar, you want to go first?
Sure. So my picks in the snake draft were Phillip Rivers, Ted Brown, Trey Turner, Bradley Chubb.
Okay.
All right, mine were David Thompson, Mario Williams, Julius Hodge, and TJ Warren.
Okay. And then I had Russ, Dangerous Wilson, Peyton Wilson, Torrey Holt, and then Rodney Monroe. That was my 4. Hey, real quick, if we were doing this as a draft, who would your 4 be? Like, if you could just choose any 4 to put in your Mount Rushmore State athletes with no draft, you guys have Dar, who would your 4 be with no draft? Just any 4.
Probably Phillip Rivers, David Thompson, Trey Turner, and Peyton Wilson.
Okay. Gob, who would you have?
Ooh, David Thompson, Phillip Rivers, Julius Hodge, and dude, honestly, the more I think about it, I should have picked him. Torrey Holt, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah, I probably should have picked Torrey Holt over Mario Williams, but Mario, you can't go wrong with Mario Williams.
So I think if I didn't have the draft, I would have gone Thompson, Rivers, Thompson. I still would have Russ up there, man. I know he left, but like he was electric to watch. And I'd have Hodge. I'd have a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I did think of a couple like creative ones that I feel like people might not think of. The swimmer that like went in the Olympics, Cullen Jones.
Cullen Jones. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like swimming, that was fun to watch in the Olympics.
Yeah.
You also have Caitlin Toohey, who won multiple national championships for cross country at state.
How about the cheese race girl? What do they do? Was she like? What was that? No, what do they call that?
I don't know, but she gets down that hill for that cheese.
Oh, the cheese. Oh man.
Another one, the wrestler Godowski.
Yeah.
He's a two-time national champ. How about if we're thinking women's basketball? How about Isaiah James?
Yeah, she'd be up there for sure.
Led state to the Final Four. Were there any other honorable mentions you guys have? That
well, if you're going women's basketball, Chastity Melvin's up there. She's probably one of the good women's basketball.
I got a couple honorable mentions. I'm gonna name one honorable mention from each sport. All right.
Okay, I like that.
These aren't even the best players because there's probably better players, dude. I think this guy gets so underrated because of Peyton Wilson, but dude, freaking Drake Thomas, dude, he's a better NFL player than Peyton Wilson is right now. I hate to say it, he is. I mean, obviously, if you're just talking NC State, DJ Burns. I mean, yeah, I put him kind of way down, but if you're just talking NC State, man, it's hard to do DJ Burns. Obviously, I had Rodon, but my third baseball guy I put down, and he probably wasn't even the best, but dude, I just freaking love watching him pitch. Freaking Evan Justice. Freaking dog. So those are some honorable mentions. Naeem McClendon, I had a lot.
I'm embarrassed. I had that one.
Jericho Cotchery was on my list too.
Kelvin Harmon also had what, 2 or 3, or at least 2 1K years.
Yeah, but I still think Jacoby was better. Jacoby Myers was always open.
I'm embarrassed that I did not put DJ Burns even like. I mean, he probably wasn't at state long enough, or maybe didn't have like a long sustained career. But just for the time he was here, man, that was exciting. I think Tommy Burleson, I know we're too young for that, but
Corciani.
But Corciani. Did someone say T.A. McClendon or no?
T.A. McClendon was on my list.
Dude,
T.A. McClendon was on my list.
He was on my list. Like,
if we're going off, hey, you might as well throw the bus on there. Reggie
Gillespie. Hey, the last.
One of the single-handedly best seasons of all time from a running back, though. 20 touchdowns, 20 touchdowns and 1,000 yards. Running in slow motion.
Dar, who's your favorite random state athlete of all time? I got a good one.
Scooter
Ooh, no! Did y'all have the same one?
I was gonna say that, but I got another one. Scooter Cheryl.
I think I know your second one. Let me guess. Hold on, let me guess. Marcus Melvin.
He would be up there too, but no, I got a better one.
I got one.
All right,
Brandon Costner.
Dude, what? Dude, when I was playing golf with a buddy yesterday, and he lives next to Trevor Ferguson. Or he did.
Oh, God.
And all I could think about was the flaming basketball tattoo. Was that him or Dennis Horner that had
that was Dennis Horner.
You played golf with Will?
Yeah. Shout out. All right, my random favorite athlete of all time NC State was Ingen Atzer. Dude, I loved Ingen Atzer. All right, that was a good little Mount Rushmore. I'm interested to hear what people think about the list. I feel like it's a pretty good draft. It was fun to do it like that instead of all just list our favorite 4 because we had to have the same 4.
I don't think necessarily. We've had the same two for sure
Same
with
two.
David Thompson and Phillip Rivers. I think those are no brainers, but that's just me.
Non-negotiable, honestly.
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right, next topic. So I think this will be fun, guys, and we could go any way you guys want with this. Like I just titled it like favorite sports memory. So maybe it's a game you went to, or like one of your teams won something, or something you watched on TV, or God even said, is it like from when like you played sports? It could be. So I have a few. I'll save mine. Dar, do you want to go first with this and like give us one of your like favorite sports memories?
Is it all sports?
I say any sport memory.
All right, I have one from the 2000. Well, this one's a good and a bad one in the same game. The 2010 MLB wildcard round of those Braves versus Giants in Atlanta, Game 3. I was at this game. My dad and I flew down, went to the game. We flew in the airport, took the MARTA to Underground Atlanta, and let me tell you, I learned real quick what young Jock was talking about with College Park on that train ride from the airport to Underground before we got on the bus. But Eric Hensky hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th to go up 2-1. Kimbrough comes in, and that's when Brooks Conrad had 3 errors, and we lost that game. But that Hensky home run is hands down one of the loudest sports moments I think I've probably ever experienced in my life. Only thing probably louder was I went to, I don't know if it was 03. I guess it was 03. I went to State versus Florida State at Florida State Rivers last year, and that game was really good. And when I would tell you that when you hear the tomahawk chop and you look around and every arm is in sync the whole way around the stadium, even in a visiting place, it's wild.
Dar, what was the Braves game where like they called that BS infield fly rule and we got screwed?
That was 2013. That was Chipper's last ever game. That's what's hurt my soul for multiple reasons.
That was
in
brutal.
The dorms.
Hey, while we're on the only reason I mentioned this, and this might ruffle some feathers, is because me and you were at this game, and I'm actually interested to ask a couple people in a couple weeks this same question. Since we're talking about Florida State, like the whole Florida State entrance, that was electric. You know what entrance I was extremely disappointed for? And it's not anything to do with anything, and I've seen it technically twice, and it just, as I guess as a visiting fan, it doesn't hit as much because it's not yours. But the Virginia Tech Inner Sandman just did not hit me the way I thought it would hit. Like it was
I've
really
never been,
cool.
but I want to go.
It was really cool. It's cool to experience it, but it did not strike me as like I didn't get like the chills and all this stuff. And Virginia Tech was a little bit down, so maybe if I caught it on a night game when they're a little bit better, it might have hit a little bit harder. But I think it just wasn't the atmosphere. Just wasn't what I expected.
Dar, I think that's the most, and I've only seen it one time. I think that was the most overrated thing I've ever been to. Like it was not even cool. Like not once did I feel like, oh man, I'm so glad to be here and see Inner Sandman. I thought that was terrible.
I just think it was. I mean, I think as great as their fans are, it was just really hard for them to get amped up to be 5 and whatever they were to be amped up to that level. I also will say this as a State fan, going to games at Virginia Tech and at Duke, you don't realize how nice Carter Finley Stadium is from a bathroom perspective, but also from a parking perspective. Because I swear we walked more for parking those 2 games than I've ever walked in my life.
I agree. I
will never take State's parking situation for granted again.
So your favorite sports memory, though, when you think of it, was that Hensky bomb being at that Braves game?
It's either the Hensky bomb or or when the Cavs won the 2016 NBA championship, because witnessing that history. I mean, obviously, if we're talking strictly NC State, I mean the comeback under Glennon was really cool. When we beat Clemson a couple years ago in 21 was cool, but I don't think anything is going to be like the playoff atmosphere of like a baseball game or something like that, or even to the 20. I would even put the 21 Braves World Series, that whole run, up there in my top 3.
Gab, you got what's your
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with events that I've been to.
Okay.
Obviously, I mean, I think the greatest moment is the NC State ACC championship / Final Four, and the Braves winning the World Series. I mean, that's up there. You were there for the ACC championship, weren't you?
Yeah, that's gonna be my
Yeah.
number.
Not to give it away.
No.
But all right. So,
dang it, Cobb! Dang it! You son of a gun!
All
right.
All right. So this is I think the best atmosphere game I've ever been to in Carter Finley. It's actually not the Lamar Jackson Thursday night game, which I was at. That's up there. 2010 against Florida State. Russell Wilson versus Christian Ponder. And Russell threw a touchdown pass to George Bryan, big old George Bryan, to take
Number
84.
The 84, yep. George Bryan.
Yeah. And Christian Ponder and Florida State had the ball, and they were driving. They're about to score. I'm like, oh, gosh. And then Christian Ponder fumbled, and that was the single loudest moment I've ever heard Carter Finley. I mean, that was crazy.
Was that when like Nate Irving and Terrell Manning went like running across the field, like swinging there? I vividly remember that.
I think that was. God, ESPN doesn't have defense.
It was.
Yeah.
God, I mean, that was.
He fumbled on a fake handoff. His fullback got the ball out of his hand.
Yeah.
And Nate Irving
was it George Bryan across the middle, like right from the two, like right over the middle?
Yep.
Dude, that was a great game.
Pretty sure it was on fourth down too.
Yeah, obviously then there was that year that Glennon beat Florida State, but I wasn't at that. I was not at that game. But and then I'm gonna go another one. This just honestly, my butthole has never been tighter for 9 straight innings. I don't even think I spoke because the like tension in the stadium was just unreal. But I was in Omaha 2021 when State beat Vandy 1-0 on a Terrell Tatum bomb. I mean, that was just like I couldn't even talk. I couldn't move. It was just I was so tense for 9 straight. That was crazy. It was
Speaking
awesome.
of 21, I still don't know where that Jose Torres ball landed. I've watched that video clip 1,000 times, and I physically cannot see the ball land. It just literally disappears.
I think too, man, for me, like I would love to go to Omaha one year. I feel like just spend like a week out there. Isn't it hard as heck to get out there though? Like the fly, is it or no?
Well, so all right, so we had agreed that we were going to go out to Omaha if they won the Super Regional, and I swear, like the flights from when State won, the flights just kept rising. Like, I mean, I think we played like 3,000 total for 3 flights, so like it was over $1,000 each. But Omaha has an airport, so that's not the problem. It's just as soon as State won, the tickets they skyrocketed. It was crazy. But I mean that experience was incredible.
I feel like it's like once in a lifetime thing. Yeah. Like to say you even like I feel like it'd be one of those things like to me, like even if State wasn't playing it, I still feel like I'd like to go out there just one time. Sure. Just like go to
for sure.
Dar, is that on your bucket list? Like would you love to go see State in Omaha?
Yeah, but I'd only go if State was in it.
That's fair.
I'm weird about sports. I really only like pay attention to my team. I mean, college football and stuff is different, and fantasy football allows it for me to do that. But like, if I'm dropping a large amount of money, it's got to be to support my team. I can't just go out there to watch Kentucky versus LSU
or Oklahoma State versus UCF.
Hey, Dar.
Also, if anybody wants to buy a Tommy Tanks collectible shirt, let me know. I have one.
Hey, Dar, with that new cross country stipend, I think Omaha's in your future.
Yeah,
all $200 of it.
hey, do that for 5 years, and then
and then you'll be right at a time where Chris Hart's in his prime, getting the pack to Omaha.
Yeah.
All right, so my favorite sports memory. God, thanks for taking this one. Was just not even the ACC championship, just like that whole tournament run. I feel like was awesome. Like that whole March Madness, like State was the talk of the town, like the underdog story. Like even when they weren't playing like that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they were getting interviewed and like all the coverage. Like I just love that whole run. Being at that the semifinals versus Virginia when O'Connell hit that shot and like you thought State was toast, and then somehow he banked it in, like falling out of bed. Like I'll never forget being there with my brother and my dad, and then watching them beat Duke to go to the Final Four. Like honestly, I wish they would have done a little bit better in the Final Four, but just getting there, anything at that point was like icing on top. Like that whole month was just probably my favorite like memory of being a fan. I also, though, I had Cavs Warriors too. Weren't we watching that game together in my parents' basement?
Yeah, and be your dad, Vance. I think your mom was down there for a lot of it too.
Like just watching that and the fact that they actually did it, that was awesome. I do have one random one, and this is actually a game State lost. Me and my brother were able to go to State at Clemson. It was a game like we were number 10 in the country. Clemson was like number 5. It was Devin Leary. It was Saturday night, primetime, ABC. It was like after that hurricane came through, and being on like we got lucky, we were on the field, and like seeing the whole thing where Clemson like rides the buses over to the other scoreboard, and they run down the hill, and when Dabo comes off that bus, that stadium goes crazy. And then they do like the CLEMSO. Like seeing that in person, State didn't win, but my heart was pumping. Like that was one of probably the most fun game I've ever been to, was being there that night.
I'll tell you what game I was at that was wild. I was at the Carolina State 18-inning game.
I was too.
That was in Durham, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. Did you stay for all 18, Dar?
We sure did.
I did too.
Poor Brett Williams struck out on a ball that was probably 15 feet short of the plate and in the other batter's box with a 3-2 count, bases loaded. That would have won the game.
What time did they play to until that morning?
I didn't get home till like 3 or 4 a.m.
Yeah, that was something.
Is there like a sporting event you guys have that you'd really love to go to that you haven't been to?
I've been to a college football, baseball, basketball. I've been to one NFL game. I've been to a Cavs at Hornets game. I want to see a game in Cleveland.
Honestly, I would like to see a legit SEC, Bama, Georgia, LSU, whatever. I mean, I think going to a legit SEC stadium's probably on my bucket list. Not counting like a Super Bowl or something, but I think an SEC stadium would be pretty legit.
Which one would you go to? To me, it's an obvious no. I think there's two I'd want to go to in the SEC, but I have one up head and shoulders above the other one.
I kind of would want to go to Tennessee, honestly.
That's my number 2.
Yeah.
I would go to LSU at night.
Death Valley at night.
Call in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
But Tennessee would be number 2.
Tennessee would be sweet. I've been to the other Death Valley. I know that. Wait, who? Oh yeah, you said that you went.
Yeah,
I went in 2014, and State lost 41-0.
What year did Bambard miss the field goal?
2016.
Oh, 2016.
Oh, dude.
Oh, we got to have NC State Heartbreaks podcast.
Yeah. I feel like that might be our longest episode.
Yeah, I mean, that might be a 4-hour episode.
Hey, Dart, why are they talking 7 hours later? Well, that's how we've experienced. Hey, my one sporting event I'd like to go to, and I will say, like, I think this sport is way better on TV than in person. But of course, like, I would love to go to Augusta sometime to like the Masters. Just to say you saw it. Like we went this past weekend to that tournament in Greensboro. Me and my brother did. Golf in person honestly kind of sucks. Like we were out there for like 5 hours. It's hot as heck. Like unless you feel like walking a bunch of steps, like you kind of just see like a few shots here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like on TV they bounce from shot to shot. You can keep up with everything. When you're at the tournament, it kind of sucks in person. But I would love to still go to Augusta. Just say I did it.
I think I'd go to the Little League World Series, but I would pick it when they did the MLB game that Sunday. The Braves are actually playing in it this year.
Oh, in Pennsylvania? Are they doing it in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, the Braves are playing in the Little League Classic.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Little League. Shout out to Johnston County.
Yeah, Johnston County
girls softball. Representing, baby. JoCo, Little League Softball World Series champs.
That is pretty sweet.
All right, so Darv, what was your favorite sports memory again?
Probably Eric Hinsky hitting the 2-run home run in the 2010 NLDS against the Giants, even though Brooks Conrad ruined it with probably one of the worst moments at the same time, same game.
Hey, that's the high and lows of sports, baby. God, what'd you say was your number one?
It's a toss up between 2010 Russ versus Ponder when he fumbled, and Omaha 2021 Omaha against Vandy 1-0 Terrell Tatum with the shot that went up 1-0. Yeah, those are my two in person moments for sure.
Love that. And I think mine's clear. Mine's obviously the state March Madness run. Being there, seeing them McConnell shot to beat Virginia, and then beating Carolina in the championship, and then watching them go on the tournament. That was a special memory, man. Hey, speaking of state heartbreaks, well, I think it's state football. Remember when Devin, like college game day versus Miami, and like we're all fired up, and Devin Hester takes the opening kick like 108 yards to the crib. That was a letdown. Oh my gosh.
Now, I do have two crazy moments that I left early for because I was pissed off. So, all right, what year was the Emeka Emezi 2 touchdowns? Was that 2020?
No, it was 21.
21. So yeah, 2021 against Carolina.
It was freezing.
It was freezing. I had some alcoholic beverages in me, and I'm pissed off, and I'm yelling, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done. And so I storm off, and then we hear some guy on the radio in the parking lot going crazy, and so we turned it on, and so I was in the parking lot when Emezi caught that pass, both of them, and then the second one was NC State basketball, Clemson. I forgot what year it was when Clemson missed all those free throws, and I mathematically didn't think State could win. And I'm in the parking lot, and Braxton Beverly hits that shot.
He drained it, man.
He drains a shot. The best game I never saw.
Dude, I just can't get heartbreak out of my mind. And as you brought up Emeka Emezi, Dar, weren't we in Wake Forest that night where he was like going to score and just like lost the ball across the goal line? That was at Wake, wasn't it?
He was in.
That was an all-timer. We all turn around. We're all celebrating and turn around, and next thing you know, they're saying fumble.
Dar, how are you talking? I didn't see you. That was freaking me out. I was like, dude, the chair was empty. It's like the ghost of Dar. The ghost of Dar.
The funny thing is, I was in Winston-Salem, but I was not at that game. I was visiting family. So I was in Winston-Salem, but I was not at that game. But oof. That's a
God, didn't you go see State play in Kansas?
Oh, I did. I did. Yes. Was it 2 years ago? So 20 Keats's last year. Let's just say Keats's last year. Yes, I did go to NC State at Kansas in the field house. So that was that was pretty awesome to see. And then Kansas went on 15-0 run to start the game. 15-0 just like that.
I feel like that'd be fun.
The rest of the game, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think State got it down to like maybe 7.
Didn't Middlebrooks get Dickerson kicked out the game?
No, but they're going at it.
Talk about two psychopaths in one game.
Mm-hmm.
Middlebrooks or Filipowski was the best. Those were some great matchups in the Elite Eight.
Middlebrooks
that missed dunk
dominated
in the ACC tournament made me think State was, but my State fandom almost came to roost there.
All right, we're gonna get to our last topic, and no offense to anybody who really likes this sport. This is probably the only time this sport is ever brought up on the Ball Takes podcast. Shout out to my buddy Blake Ellis, great buddy from ECU. He's a big time soccer guy. Dar, didn't he reach out to you and want some input?
Yeah, he reached out to our Instagram account and brought the topic that we're about to discuss.
Hey, one thing we're going to do here at the Ball Takes, we're going to give the listeners what they want. All right, so we're going to talk soccer real quick. First thing, fellas, Gob, you first. Did you watch any of the World Cup? What were your thoughts on the World Cup just overall?
I mean, honestly, I'm not a soccer fan, like, at all. I don't know anything about it, other than Neymar, Messi, and Ronaldo. That's about all I know. But like I'll be honest, I enjoy watching it. It kind of gave us a sport to watch in the middle of the summer when there's nothing on. I mean, I know people like watch regular season baseball. I'm a baseball guy. I just can't get myself to watch regular season baseball. But I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I was pumped for the USA game. You know, we went to the bar in the round of 16, and it was storming here, and the bar lost power, and we were all booing, and it was mad. But no, I enjoyed following the USA team and the entire World Cup as a whole. That's really all I got to say about that. But yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
Daryl, what were your thoughts on the World Cup?
I really only paid attention to the USA games. The first USA game, I was at the beach. I want to say with my son, so I was on the beach for that game. Saw they won, going away. Second game, trying to think. I was still at the beach, and I can't remember if I was there. I think I was watching the Braves game and then flipping back and forth. I did watch the the round of 32 game in full. And then the round of 16 game, they got about half my attention because it got so ugly so quickly.
Yeah,
But
I think for me,
all in all, it was pretty good. It was pretty cool. It was fun to keep up with, but I just have a hard time if I'm not interested in something really buying in. But I followed it and kept up with it. The FIFA conspiracies were fun. We all learned that what the soccer world knows that VAR is horrendous, and the fact that they can them going back and changing outcomes is almost as bad as the targeting rule being upon further review.
Dar, I agree with both of you guys. Like, for me, again, not a soccer guy. I think it's funny in America though how I feel like the first sport I feel like most every kid plays when they're young. Like, I feel like everyone starts with soccer. I don't know about you guys. Like, that was the first sport. I feel like it's the easiest sport to get your kid involved in. Is like go kick
Yeah.
and run and get a snack after the game and like be a part of a soccer team. But then like as kids get older, they just get involved in like other sports. But Gav, I think you said it like once every 4 years, the World Cup is awesome to me. And I think this year,
Yeah.
like being in America was really cool. But this is my
That did that helped a lot. I will say that made it a lot more enjoyable being in America.
I think so too. But my hot take is like, no offense to American soccer, I actually enjoyed the games that we weren't playing in way more than the games we were. Like I think Mexico and England played one night in Mexico. So to see two like classic soccer countries play at like a classic stadium in Mexico, and it's these other countries like fan bases to me. We might have great soccer fans in America, I don't know, but you can tell how much it truly like means to these other countries to like play the World Cup, even like score a goal. Like some of these countries, like their sport is soccer. So I appreciate like the other fan bases and how much they get into it. And it's fun every 4 years to watch. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Agree for sure.
Do you think the USA will ever win a World Cup? Yes or no?
No.
No.
What do you
Not
think?
when we're alive. Not when we're alive.
Okay, but here's my thing with soccer though. Like y'all say that, and you're probably right. Like the betting favorite probably be no. But I don't get like a team wins 1-0 in soccer, right? Like how hard is it to score a goal and like tie someone and send it to peak? You know what I'm saying? Like it can't be that hard to score. I guess my point is there's not a lot of blowouts in soccer. Like is 2-0 consider is that like a basketball team losing like 80-40? Like
I mean,
that's what I can't judge.
I think it would depend. I mean, I'm not a soccer guy, but I think if you looked at like shots and shots on goal, like in a 2-0, like if it was 2-0 and they didn't have a lot of shots, then I would say that's pretty close. But if it's like 2-0 and one team is just dominating the shot attempts, I feel like that's not as close. Even though it's the same score, you can tell that one team dominated more.
Well,
That's what I got.
Spain
Yeah.
won the World Cup. Spain gave up one goal the entire tournament. They also held France and Argentina to like one or two shots the whole game. So they won 1-0 in the last game, but they literally that was about the most dominant probably 1-0 game you could probably have. It wasn't probably didn't feel like an actual 1-0 game. The scoreboard said, but like in terms of like actual game flow, it's probably closer to like if we were playing basketball, it's probably close to like a 10 to 15 point lead where the game never felt close, but the score doesn't indicate that.
And
Like
that's where Dar.
we've seen State play that game 100 times against a random mid major on a Wednesday where they're up 8 to 12 points the whole game. You don't feel like you're going to lose. You're comfortable, but it's annoying because you're not able to really distance yourself. But then you look back into the game, you're like, we dominated the game. They just hit enough shots to keep it reasonable.
And that's where I don't appreciate soccer enough. I feel like after that like 0-0 game or like 1-0, like these fans that really know it are like, oh man, that was such a good game. Like that was class. And I'm like, dude, I watched 120 minutes and there was like one shot on goal. Like that's 2 hours of my life I want back. You know what I'm saying? And then I got one crazy idea to make soccer more exciting. I want y'all's opinion on this. With two ideas. One, they should just get rid of offsides. So like you should be able to like cherry pick, or if you're offsides, like your whole body has to be offsides, not just like a fingernail.
I wouldn't hate that. I would not
Bring
hate
back
that.
like hockey offsides.
Yeah, because there were so many goals that were like great goals that then they go to that VAR crap and they overturn it.
Yeah, it's like if you're Engel with the big nose, like you're offsides. But
well, there was a couple of them. Like someone's big toe was offsides. It's like give me a break.
All right, the second one, they should make the entire goal the length of like the baseline. And you could have like as many goalies as you want. You still get 11 players, but you can have as many designated goalies if you want. But the goal is the length of the entire. So you could shoot from like midfield and have a chance of it going in.
So you want it to look like PE handball where you get to remind your class you can only have one goalie when there's like 14 girls standing against the goal.
I need more goals. I need more goals. That's the best part about sports. The people can say defense wins, and it does, fair. But if I'm watching as a fan, I need to see the ball go in the basket, touchdowns be scored, goals be scored. I need entertainment.
Trey, we need your basketball equivalent of that. If you just have one player that is designated cherry picker, they don't pass 3-point line on the other side.
Well, dude, you can like if you know you got two great rebounders, like I'd be leaking people out all the time. Like if I knew someone's gonna clean the glass, like as soon as the team shoots it, you're gone, baby. You're
honestly,
gone.
if you played a team that was doing that, would you have one player designated to stay back and play 4-on-4? Or do you play 4-on-5 and just pray to God that someone can get back in time before the ball gets launched down there?
I play 4-on-4.
No,
it really opened the court though.
I would play 5-on-4 and have like someone at like a deep three, so they're still a threat, but they can like sprint back if they need it.
That's smart. All right, last thing. Would Giannis Antetokounmpo be the best soccer goalie of all, or Wembyamba? Would he be the best soccer goalie of all time?
Oof. Or someone
I don't know. I feel like there's still a lot of skill it takes to be a soccer goalie because you're playing angles, reflexes. You're strategically moving guys out of the way. There's a lot more that goes into it than just being a big body.
Well, this is off topic, but here's my crazy idea. I'm for like a hockey goalie. I would just get one of like the biggest sumo wrestlers and just put him in pads because like he would take up the whole goal. Like he doesn't even need a glove. He's just sitting there like dodging shots all game, like off his chest. He would take up the whole goal.
That would be interesting.
All right. Well, I think we covered our quota of Blake. That was for you. Give us your feedback. Maybe we'll get you on sometime to talk some soccer. Fellas, any parting words about soccer before we move on?
No.
Nope, but we're less than 3 weeks from Pac football, American football. Less than 3 weeks, baby.
God, that was one of Blake's things he said to Dar. It was the last thing was like, or do you not care and just ready for football season? That's what he asked. We were dying laughing. All right, Dar, you got any like Braves updates today?
Their lead is still above. It's like 8.5. They are down right now in the ninth inning, 3 to the Mets. They would drop to 5 and 8. The Mets are DFL in the East, but look like World Series contenders when they play the Braves this year. Just quite interesting. There was a really big missed call, which brings up I guess my Braves update will be this rant. In the first inning, it was 1-0 Mets. Runner on first, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch comes in, entire ball's in the strike zone. Umpire calls it a ball. The catcher's responsible for challenging. The runner's going. He catches it. He throws it down, tags the runner out. Doesn't challenge because he didn't hear the umpire call it. The pitcher notices, challenges it. The umpire is looking down at the catcher and misses it. They don't call the challenge. The Mets load the bases and hit a grand slam to go up 5-0 in the first. And the inning would have been over had the umpire one just called strike three out the rip, and the entire ball was in the entire quadrant of the strike zone. It wasn't even close. And then the inning kind of snowballed from there. It's like there needs to be a protocol for ABS for 3-2 counts. Of the catcher can throw it, and then he can offer a late challenge after the throw. But these umpires are so uptight of, oh, you didn't call it in the first millisecond of doing it, you can't have it. It's like the catcher's not going to stop throwing to tap it and then throw down. He's got to try to throw the base runner out.
Dark, I know it's only been a week, but are we feeling still pretty good about the Braves after last week? Like, we still in good spirit? They've been on a good streak there, right up until this past weekend.
Yeah, they were
right?
on an 8-game
really
win
good.
streak, lost 2 one-run games. They still gained a game over the weekend on the Phillies, and then they are going to lose tonight more than likely, which is annoying because just losing to the Mets is just frustrating. But
No, I'm excited. Like, this time of year, like, football's cranking up. But in baseball, this is the most exciting time of the year for baseball. How many games do they have left? Like 30, something like that, 40?
Something like that, yeah.
So I mean, they're winding down, getting close to like postseason baseball, right?
Yeah. There's like all of September, and then there's probably 40 games left, 40, 50.
And what's the Red Sox? Like, aren't they like on fuego?
Yeah, they've won like 30 of their last 35 or something like that. Something outrageous. They were 15 games back at the Yankees at one point, and now they're virtually tied with them.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are. They are in a once in a generation type hot streak. Like, it's not one of those things where if a team's like that next year, oh, they can have a Red Sox. Like, no, they're not going to rattle off a 16 game win streak, lose a couple, and then rattle off an 8-game. They just had an 8-game win streak snap the other night.
Wow. All right, Dar. So before we get out of here, do we kind of want to give the listeners maybe a heads up about some things to come, like without naming specific names, right? Who might be on? Just some of the couple of topics over the next few weeks that we might, have in store or anything like that.
Yep. Coming up soon in a couple of weeks, we have probably going to do a Wolfpack football preview show. Those of you who are actual like Wolfpack fans who listen to a lot of different podcasts, we have a couple of familiar names that are going to be joining us. You'll find that out when that episode comes, but just know that we have a couple familiar names that we can they're going to join us for this that we're excited about, that will offer some great insight, not just takes and opinions, but actual facts and insight into the program.
And Dar, I think too, I think we're definitely going to do a state football preview. We're going to have a special guest coming up soon to do like a fantasy football preview. We'll probably talk college football in general. Also, NFL's coming up. We'll try to do like maybe an NFC South preview with some of our buddies, right?
Yeah.
That's the Panthers division. We definitely want to talk a little state basketball, like summer recap. Don't we want to do that at some point?
Yes, definitely.
Then,
maybe once they finalize the roster, because there's still some couple names floating around out there.
Agree. I think we should wait. I like that. And then look, we've talked to some guests. I think we're gonna have some special guests lined up. Dar, anything else you kind of want to say to wrap up episode 3?
Not really.
I like that. I was looking for you to be like, yeah, give like a long speech. It's like, nah, I'm good, bro.
We keep it short and sweet over here.
Yeah, no, but for real, Dar, I want to give you a big shout out, man. Like, you've killed it behind the scenes doing all like the technology, and Well, maybe our technology tonight's a little bit off. I don't think my video's been out for like 30 minutes.
It's been out for about half the podcast. My
Yeah.
audio is out. My audio is out for the beginning.
Hey, that's what you get over here, though. No, but guys, thank y'all for listening, man. We're really enjoying this. I hope you enjoyed the Mount Rushmore of NC State, a little soccer talk, and our favorite sports memories. Give us some feedback. Give us some comments on the post that Dar will get clipped up, and we'll see you episode 4. Dar,
See you next week.
you're the man. All right. Dude, hold on.